What's up, fam? This is Isaac, and we're kind of doing somewhat of a night walk. It's almost 8 o'clock, so we've been walking for about 30 minutes. So, in order to stay accountable, I decided to go ahead and do this video. Today is Sunday, so, and I only walked once last week, so I'm not gonna beat myself up. It was just one of those weeks where time just got away from me, working 3 jobs and making sure that you get everything done in the week is kind of tough. But so what you do, you just start over and not beat yourself up, which I will not do. But it is what it is. So as most of you know, yesterday we had a shooting in Allen, and that mall is about 5 minutes from where I live, and so I have to pass that mall every day to go to work. And so definitely want to say condolences to all of the families involved. It was just horrific. And so in an area like this that's quite affluent, we don't really see that. And then it begs the question, we go back to the whole gun debate. So I'm going to let other people talk about the gun debate, but then we're going to talk about mental health. And it's funny that it's just weird, not funny, I take that back, bad choice of words there, but it's just weird how that happened yesterday. And a really good friend of mine, I think I told you a couple of weeks ago that I was dealing with his own mental health issues, and I was talking with a friend today, and we were having lunch, and I did not know this, but she told me that back in 2009 she tried to commit, was her first attempt at committing suicide. And so she told me today that, you know, if she hadn't gotten some help just a few months ago, she said she knows that she would have committed suicide this year. And that seems to be, it is just those of us that want to help. What do you do? What do you say? But she got help. She got counseling, just like my friend did. He got counseling as well, and so they, you know, put him on medicine. And I'm not sure if you saw or not, but the shooter, I think he was discharged, I believe it was 2008, for a mental health issue. And who knows what help he got or didn't get, but it really doesn't matter. It's just a sad situation that you feel like your only recourse is either to kill yourself or to kill innocent bystanders. What goes through their minds, we'll definitely never know. The investigation is ongoing, and I'm certainly not here to speculate. But my hope and my wish is somehow those families can find some meaning and solace in all of this. And those of us that are sort of on the outside looking in, we always question why, and I don't think we ever really get to know the why behind it all, because sometimes there's no notes or anything left behind. What are the triggers? Everyone seems to think that this was just a one-off, that whatever he was going through, I mean, he didn't hit anyone's radar or anything like that. And so, you know, here I am walking around just trying to think, you know, how can I help my friends? And I know there are people out there, as most of you know, I taught high school, and I did have a couple of students come to me and say, I let them call me by my first name, that's not a big deal. They would say, you know, they would tell me about their experiences with attempted suicide, and it's easy just to kind of blow all of that off and think nothing of it. So and my question to all of my students, I would just say, since it was just one-on-one, I would ask them, I said, well, do you go to church or anything like that? And basically they all said no, because the church shies away from those issues. And I've said for a long time that if the church wants to remain relevant, they're going to have to take up other issues besides the LGBTQ plus whatever initials, letters that you have. They're going to have to take up more stances on things besides that. That one is easy. The LGBT whatever Q whatever. Sorry, that's almost an easy one that the church can get behind. But what about those other issues? If the reason why people aren't going to church because the church isn't relevant, especially when it comes to mental health issues, the church should serve as a resource. Even though they may not have people on staff, we ought to be able to say, hey, we can get you some help. We can't help you here, but we know where to send you. And a lot of churches do not have that. They shy away from that. The typical answer is, oh, just pray about it and it'll go away, or it's a demon. And whereas that worked in previous generations, just those two responses do not work for these kids nowadays. Excuse me, I wouldn't even say kids. It just does not work for people nowadays. And to me, it's just such a blow-off answer that the church gives. When I think, yes, I do believe in prayer. I do believe that works. But it's gotta be in conjunction with mental health. I do believe that God has given man the ability to diagnose and all those kind of things, and medicine has come so far, and so just sitting at your house praying and you're not doing anything, that doesn't even seem productive to me. And I know a lot of people may get mad about that statement, but even the Bible says faith without works is dead. So you can have all the faith in the world, but if you're sitting up on your sofa not doing anything, what good is it? So while you are looking for a solution, yes, I believe you should pray. I believe prayer, yeah, I believe in prayer. It has gotten me through many tough and dark nights myself. But when you're dealing with mental health, that's a whole different ball game. And I think in conjunction with some counseling and prayer together, I think it works hand in hand. And again, y'all know I just kind of make these videos as I go, and I just kind of give you my quick thoughts. And those are just kind of my quick thoughts about that today. Is that I'm it's very, very sad, and I simply hope and just pray that somehow that we either figure out the whole gun situation, or we figure out our mental health solution here in the States, because obviously what we're doing is not working, and it's going to take a lot of people that are a lot smarter than I am to try to figure this all out. But I do want to say that hopefully, if any of my friends out there, we're coming up on some kids, I don't like videoing kids, so I'm gonna try to get them out of my video. But if any of my friends are in a situation, I would hope you hear that little girl cuss. I would hope that they could come to me, and we can help find you some resources. I don't want to see anyone kill themselves or harm themselves or harm anybody else. And as much as I preach about getting up and move, sometimes you got to get up and move to a counselor, find some good people, and then so that's it. That's all I have to say today. So you guys be blessed and get up and move. Peace.